In life, opportunities often present themselves in ways we least expect. The saying, "Don't be afraid to go out on a limb, that's where the fruit is," encourages us to reach beyond our comfort zones, to embrace the uncertainty that comes with growth, and to understand that the sweetest rewards often lie just beyond our grasp. Imagine standing at the edge of a familiar path, looking toward a branch that stretches out into the unknown. The tree is sturdy, its roots firmly planted, but the fruit, the prize, hangs at the very tip of a limb that seems fragile, swaying gently in the breeze. It's easy to linger where it feels safe, to trust the ground beneath your feet and the branches close at hand. Yet those who dare to venture further, who risk the possibility of falling, are the ones who taste the fruit that others only dream about. The journey toward personal and professional fulfillment begins with the willingness to take risks. Throughout history, innovators, artists, and leaders have demonstrated this truth time and again. Consider the pioneers who ventured across uncharted territories, the scientists who challenged established theories, or the entrepreneurs who launched groundbreaking ideas into the marketplace. None of them knew for certain that success would follow their efforts. Many faced setbacks, skepticism, and even failure. But by going out on a limb, they discovered new worlds, made revolutionary advances, and changed the course of history. The fear of the unknown is natural. Our instincts urge us to stay where it feels safe, to avoid the possibility of loss, embarrassment, or disappointment. Yet, if we allow fear to dictate our choices, we may never realize our true potential. The fruit, be it achievement, happiness, or discovery, is rarely found within the boundaries of comfort. It hangs in places that require us to stretch, to balance, and sometimes to risk falling. The question becomes not whether we should take chances, but how we can cultivate the courage to reach for what lies just beyond. One of the first steps in embracing risk is to redefine our perception of failure. Instead of viewing setbacks as evidence of inadequacy, we can see them as integral parts of the learning process. Every misstep, every stumble, teaches us something valuable about the path we're on and the skills we need to develop. The branch may sway, and we may lose our balance, but with each attempt, we become more adept at navigating uncertainty. Eventually, what once seemed precarious becomes familiar terrain, and the fruit that once appeared unattainable comes within our reach. Consider the story of a young artist who dreams of sharing her work with the world. She spends years honing her craft in solitude, fearing rejection and criticism. One day, she decides to submit her paintings to a local exhibition. The process is nerve-wracking. Her heart races as she waits for the response. When the invitation arrives, she feels both exhilaration and dread. The day of the show, she stands beside her creations, watching as strangers pause to admire her work. Some offer praise, others pass by without a glance. In that moment, she realizes that the act of stepping out onto the limb, of exposing her vulnerability, has yielded a reward far greater than she imagined. She has connected with others, shared her vision, and discovered new possibilities for growth. This principle applies not only to creative endeavors, but to every aspect of life. Relationships, careers, personal goals, all require us to venture beyond what feels comfortable. To ask someone out, to apply for a dream job, to move to a new city, or to start a business, all involve risk. There are no guarantees. Yet the potential for fulfillment lies precisely in the willingness to try, to reach, and to believe that something wonderful awaits. It's important to recognize that going out on a limb doesn't mean acting recklessly. It's not about disregarding common sense or ignoring the consequences of our decisions. Rather, it's about making thoughtful choices, weighing the risks and rewards, and then committing to action despite uncertainty. Preparation, resilience, and adaptability are essential companions on this journey. Just as a climber tests the strength of each branch before proceeding, we can equip ourselves with knowledge, resources, and support to increase our chances of success. Support from others often plays a crucial role in our willingness to take risks. Encouragement from friends, mentors, and loved ones can bolster our confidence and provide a safety net if we falter. Sharing our goals and challenges with others helps us see that we are not alone in our fears or aspirations. By building a community of support, we create an environment where risk is celebrated and growth is nurtured. As we reflect on the idea of going out on a limb, it's worth considering the alternative, remaining where it feels safe, never venturing beyond the familiar. Over time, comfort can become confining. The branches close at hand may be sturdy, but they bear no fruit. Without the willingness to reach further, we risk stagnation, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. The tree continues to grow, the fruit ripens, but unless we stretch beyond our current limits, we may never experience the sweetness that life has to offer. Growth often requires us to embrace discomfort. It's in the moments of uncertainty, vulnerability, and challenge that we discover our strength and resilience. Each time we go out on a limb, we expand our capacity to adapt, innovate, and persevere. The skills we acquire, the lessons we learn, and the confidence we build become tools we carry with us into future endeavors. Take, for example, the story of an entrepreneur who sees a gap in the market and envisions a product that could revolutionize an industry. The initial idea is met with skepticism. Investors hesitate, competitors dismiss the concept, and friends urge caution. But the entrepreneur believes in the vision and decides to pursue it. The journey is fraught with obstacles, funding challenges, production delays, marketing hurdles. Yet through persistence and adaptability, the product eventually launches and transforms the marketplace. The reward, both financial and personal, is the result of daring to reach for the fruit at the end of the limb. In our personal lives, the same principle applies. Choosing to forgive someone who has hurt us, to pursue a passion that others deem impractical, or to stand up for what we believe in, all require courage. The outcomes are uncertain, and the risks are real. Yet each act of bravery expands our sense of possibility and allows us to experience the richness of life. It's also important to remember that not every risk will yield the desired reward. Sometimes the branch breaks, and we find ourselves falling. In those moments, resilience becomes essential. The ability to recover, to learn from the experience, and to try again is what ultimately leads to growth. The fruit may not be harvested on the first attempt, but each effort brings us closer to our goals. As we journey through life, the opportunities to go out on a limb will present themselves in various forms. Some will be obvious, major life decisions that require careful consideration. Others will be subtle, moments when a small act of courage can lead to unexpected joy. By cultivating an attitude of openness, curiosity, and willingness to embrace risk, we position ourselves to seize these opportunities as they arise. The metaphor of the tree and its branches reminds us that life is dynamic, ever-changing. The fruit does not remain in one place forever. It ripens and falls if not harvested. The world around us evolves, and so must we. By periodically assessing our position, recognizing when we've become too comfortable or complacent, we can challenge ourselves to reach further, to seek new experiences, and to pursue the growth that awaits. Ultimately, the journey toward fulfillment is a personal one. Each of us must decide how far we are willing to go, what risks we are prepared to take, and what fruit we wish to harvest. The path may be uncertain and the challenges daunting, but the rewards, achievement, connection, discovery, make the effort worthwhile. So, the next time you find yourself hesitating at the edge of a familiar branch, remember that the sweetest fruit hangs just out of reach. Embrace the uncertainty, trust in your abilities, and take that courageous step. Whether you succeed, stumble, or learn something new, you will have expanded your horizons and enriched your life. In summary, the wisdom of "don't be afraid to go out on a limb, that's where the fruit is," encourages us to challenge our fears, embrace risk, and pursue growth with determination and resilience. The journey may be unpredictable, but the potential for reward is immense. By daring to reach beyond our comfort zones, we open ourselves to a world of possibility, a world where the fruit is ripe, waiting to be claimed by those willing to go out on a limb.